Assassin's Creed Shadows finally brings the long-running series to the sought-after setting of feudal Japan and follows the intertwined lives of Naoe, a shinobi assassin, and Yasuke, a powerful samurai. Together, the two will navigate the violent Sengoku period of Japan and usher in a new era. Joining me to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows is game director Charles Benoit. Charles, welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you all.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. So let's get right into it. I want to talk about progression today. Progression, gear, loot, all that fun stuff. So new to Shadows is the mastery and knowledge systems that you use to unlock new skills and abilities. How does that work?
Yeah, you can compare the mastery and the knowledge to a bit the philosophy of body and mind, if you know what I mean. So each time you accomplish something, leveling up, killing like high-level target and stuff like that, you will gain those mastery points. Those points can be spent in the mastery menu to acquire new skill and abilities that you can map. The knowledge, it's something a bit different. You need to do activities in the world, such as doing meditation or exploring temples to find lost page. And you will gain those knowledge points that will make you rank up and then unlock new things that you can purchase with your mastery point.
Very cool. One thing I was a little bit struck by is the ability to respec at any point. So you invest in all of your knowledge and mastery and you build into a certain play style, but you have the ability to respec on the fly at no cost, is it? And if so, or if there isn't, is there any particular play style you're kind of fond of for each character yourself personally?
Yeah, we want to be more generous, and the fact that now we have the different trees split for different weapons. It's kind of cool to just try a weapon and how we can max up all the skills and abilities, and then how you get this new Kusarigama, for example, and then you want to try all the things the Kusarigama can do. So you can respect and try the other one. Personally, it depends on which character I'm playing. But with Naoe, I'm the kind of guy that max out the assassin and the shinobi tree quite a lot.
Yeah, back is the new dual assassination, which is very exciting.
Hey.
So if a player has the ability to respec at any time, could a player then make a more like combat-centric Naoe who would still enjoy the acrobatic gameplay features that make her unique? If so, how do you kind of balance incentivizing players to opt for a playstyle of their choice while still recognizing that there are two protagonists that kind of encourage two different play styles? Is there do you encourage people to swap over at any point to Yasuke or Naoe because only they can complete a mission?
That's a pretty good question, and that's the hard part with balancing this game, because we always want Naoe and Yasuke feel different from each other. You can see it if we put it on on a bar. The center would be a no-go for both. So yes, Naoe will be pretty strong in combat if you try to map all the best abilities and have the gear that boost a different type of stat that is useful for a fight. But she will never cross the point where she's better than Yasuke. Yasuke, as default, have more adrenaline bar, more health, more armor, so he will always feel a lot stronger in combat.
So simply getting enough points to unlock the final ability in every single mastery tree isn't as easy as it would be kind of building up to the mastery tree. They require some unique modifiers and unlocks in order to fulfill, in order to actually unlock those things. So, for example, what can you do? What do you need to do to get the final assassination upgrade?
So the tree, in the end, you need to have a lot of knowledge ranks. So you need to kind of explore the world and participate in some activities to obtain them. They also cost more in term of mastery points, so you need to kill multiple target, level up. So it can take quite a while. And we lock also some of the end game abilities under specific group of target to kill. So I can give you an example, but to assassinate with all the chunk, all the possibility, you need to kill all the Godai shinobi. It's a special group of shinobi, and once you kill them, you acquire the knowledge necessary to obtain this kill.
To talk a little bit about the assassination portion, are guaranteed assassinations back, or is it all locked to kind of power progression and scaling?
We offer the option if you want to just assassinate everyone, you can use the option, but it's not the way we intend you to play. We made the system that I feel it's quite fun, honestly, because you have perks that is linked to different type of gear piece or weapon that allow you to assassinate with more chunk, but also in more different like situation. For example, you can have a perk that boosts your air assassination. So if this guy is too strong, you need to look around. Okay, maybe I will use this rooftop to assassinate the guy. You have other that if you are at night, you are stronger in your assassination. So when the night comes, it's best to use Naoe and do those things. So it makes you kind of change the way you play and look a bit more at the environment to play with the assassination.
Now, based on the caliber of your previous open world RPG Assassin's Creed games, it seems like there's going to be a lot to do in Assassin's Creed Shadows. So let's talk a little bit about Endgame. Again, no spoilers here, but what awaits players who've maxed out all of their mastery and knowledge trees? What is there to do with an Endgame build?
We have all those trees that takes a while to fill up, but after you maxed out the rank to be able to access all the tree, we unlock a specific menu that we call the knowledge tree. So this one offer a lot of variety in terms of stats that you can boost. So with your point that you will still get from high level castle where you need to assassinate those samurai daisho that you need to be high level to go there. Once you got the mastery point, you can spend them in the knowledge rank to boost things like with my posture now are more deadly, or depending on the way you play, you can min and max and min the numbers to really make sure that you are strong in the way you want to play.
Yeah, it seems like you're really incentivizing people to just reinforce their play style, which is really fun. But now let's talk a little bit about loot. One of my personal favorite parts of all of the open world RPG Assassin's Creed games is just the staggering amount of gear you throw at all the players. And not only that, their cosmetic reflection on the player character. It's a beautiful attention to detail that I love to just try on new armors, try on new weapons, just to see if one, they get me the power scaling I need, and two, gotta look good. So question about the actual rarities. You know, you've got your common, you've got your uncommon, your rare loot, but let's talk a little bit about epic and legendaries. How do they differ from one another?
Yeah, legendary are really special. They are more handcrafted. They are specific to like high level targets or the castle. So we have like 30 castle, and each of them have a specific gear piece with those special perks that are modifying the gameplay in a different way. So it again changed the way you want to fight, or the way you want to assassinate because of those perks. I will give you an example of a cool combat perk that I really like. So when you have this legendary Naginata, you can now parry unstoppable attacks. So each time you have a big brute with those red attack, now you can deal with it with this Naginata. But of course, you need to upgrade it and to keep it up to your level if you want to play with that on the long run.
I love it. You're saying all the right things. Is there transmog in the game?
Yes. So as soon as you have the forge unlock, we have the transmog that is now available for free for sure. So each time you got a new weapon, it also unlocked the transmog. One of the cool thing we did to represent the craftsmanship of Japanese culture, it's to push it a bit further. So If you get a couple of katana, you will have access to like deep transmog, if I would say. So you can mix and match the different part of your katana. So if you like the blade of this one with the hilt or the guard of this one, you can really mix and match all those things together.
Now, that's obviously cosmetic, and thankfully you don't have to sacrifice substance over style in this particular instance, but are there actually like statistical benefits to mixing and matching the katana blades with the blade guards?
No, we kept the really because it starts to be complex if you have stat
Yeah.
attached to different part. So it's purely cosmetic. However, there is always a good advantage to look at the stat and mix and match like this helmet with this outfit and this katana. There is synergy that you can create where if I take back my example of the perfect parry that can now block unstoppable, we can combine it to a perk that inflict damage on parry, and another one that if you parry successfully, you have a free posture without charging afterward. So you can create those kind of loop where it changes the way you want to play.
That's awesome. Do other weapons feature this mix and matching, or is this strictly limited to the katana?
No, each weapon have a really different thing, and we even dig a bit more with the specialty of each weapon. For example, the kanabo is is a really strong weapon, but it's kind of slow. But with the different perk and abilities you can unlock, you can bypass some of the frame to charge up. You can also have a perk that you won't be interrupted if you strike some combos. So if you try to think this way and mix and match, you can just go on the strength of the weapon or palliate to the weakness of the different weapon.
Your team's trying to eat up all my free time, but this sounds amazing. So talk to me a little bit about gear perks. How do those work?
With the rarity of the gear, you can have no perk at the beginning. So you start slowly with just learning about the stats and how they work. And after that, once you have I think it's the rare one, you have a perk by default, but it's a perk that will boost different type of stats. And at the specific rarity, you have another slot that will open. This slot is a free slot, so you can engrave any second perk you want. This thing is available, of course, if you upgrade your forge in the hideout. But that's the advantage of getting multiple type of weapon, because you collect those type of perks that you can then engrave, and now you can go a bit deeper with the mix and match the different thing you want.
That's awesome. One thing I noticed at the end of the PC features trailer that your team just released is the very end of it, in the kind of holding card that your team developed. It said that the Claws of Awaji expansion, not DLC, expansion specifically called out, is 10 plus hours long. Is there anything you can kind of tease about that?
Well, I can tell you a bit what was already said, but yes, it's the island of Awaji. So yes, there is quest. You will continue your story. You will continue in building your character, and we announced that we have the bow that you will be able to use. So that's pretty fun, because it's adding a whole new things for your progression and abilities and stuff like that. So a lot more to progress and refresh your experience.
But before we go, Charles, is there anything you wanted to kind of leave the audience with ahead of Assassin's Creed Shadows?
I can't wait to see players like creativity with Shadows, and seeing how they use Naoe, how they use Yasuke, how they use everything we did. And there is so much combination that we didn't even think about, so we're always surprised. I remember on Odyssey seeing like some crazy mix and match, and I was like, oh, okay, someone think about that. So yeah, I can't wait to see how player will surprise me on Shadows.
Charles, thank you so much for joining me. Assassin's Creed Shadow is available March 20th on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PC, and the App Store.